Okay, no. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to Two Nerds, One Quest. I'm your host Andy. I'm here with these three nerds because math is hard and we're missing a nerd. So, that man sitting there all kind of kicked back, relaxed, is one Rick. Oh God, now things are changing. Rick Kain? Are you going by Kain? Yes,
Kain.
Kain.
Yep. By his last name.
Rick Kain LaFave.
Hello.
How are you this morning?
I'm good.
This
This
is
will be
so
fun. Ready to start something new.
this is so weird without like music and stuff. It feels it's just like here go. It's
Yeah.
like there's
They're
even one of
talking-
those clapboards like. I need to get
like
one.
the
A little
mechanical
mini
monkey.
one. Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah.
Dance, monkey, dance, go now. That man in the Brewer shirt that's got a heart out today because he's going to the Brewer game is one Ryan Crixus Kukta. You will never get away from that. He's playing Lady Sill this morning though.
Hey boys! Oh, really excited! Excited to head to the crew. See a big win against the amazing Atlanta Braves. So we'll see what happens. But first, some Dungeons and Dragons action through Pathfinder.
Yeah, some tabletop action, Pathfinder action. And last but not least, the man that looks like he's really concentrating on something sound ones and twos ish type stuff is one Tom M. Norman playing Abed this morning.
That's just my
Tom
normal.
and Abed in the morning. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Tom and Abed in the morning.
That's just my normal thinking face. No, I was talking to somebody in chat. We have a new person in chat. So I was.
Your normal thinking face? You have a thinking face?
Why do you? Yeah, that's like the real hard concentration.
You look like you're taking a shit.
Well, that may or may
Sorry
not
to
have
the new
happened.
person. This is labeled for adults, like explicit content. We will say dumb stuff like that. Although I'm trying not to swear as much lately, but I'm not succeeding at that.
Why would you do
Hard.
that?
That's what she said.
Trying to be better.
I've decided being
Not
better
worth
is
it.
not worth it.
I may get there eventually, but right now I'm just trying to be better. So decided being better is not worth it. All right. So while we had a adventure last week, you guys succeeded in killing yourselves against a dragon. I had to figure out how to word that properly. And poetically, were rescued by one Eliana Temerant. She brought you back from the dead and helped you rest up, get back to Tamerley, and turn in your stuff. Let her know that you've cleared out the issue because the dragon wasn't anywhere around. So, Ellie said she didn't see a dragon. She saw the signs of the fight with the dragon, but she didn't see a dragon. So the dragon survived, maybe? There was a cave.
If I
Was
could do a recap, the dragon was dead.
Oh, the dragon was dead? Oh, yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Yep. Back up. Yes. Dragon died. Sorry. My bad. Yes.
That's what happens when we don't have Jeff here to do a recap of last
Yeah,
week.
exactly. And I don't have a limerick either, and Jeff didn't write us one. So,
He's in chat.
I
I
am
could
your
ask him
host.
to type out a
There
a
once
Rick.
was a man from Nantucket.
no.
Oh.
I am your host and DM with a memory that isn't quite a gem. I mess up a recap, and it ends up being crap. So don't listen to me again.
Nailed it.
There we go.
Nailed it. Moving on.
So the dragon is dead. Actually, I believe you did end up harvesting some stuff now that my memory is coming back to me on it. But she said to meet you at a local tavern where they have set up shop, her and a gnomish friend of hers named Crew. she, when you go back, the goblins, Munch and Chuck, decided that maybe their mining life wasn't so bad after all. Cave-ins only happened once in a while, so they may look for some mining opportunities near Otari here. What did Bob do, Tom?
Bob died.
Well, he came back to life, but what was his outset at the end of that?
Bob did die though. Remember, he kicked the he kicked the dragon, and then
Oh, that's right.
no,
He
Bob's,
left him there dead.
Poisoned himself, and he died. That is right. Bob
Bob's
died.
toast.
Bob's toast, man. Bob is Bob is forever going to be remembered as the noble adventurer who found. Like, there's going to be this grand story that the next adventurer that goes into that cavern tells themselves about this dragon and the noble hero that slayed it, but ended up dying in the process. And that's how Bob's going to be remembered.
Bob
As
lived
a
through
skeleton.
years of Colosseum fighting, only to die by kicking a dragon.
Yep. And Lady Syl, of course, you are the one that has gone forward to talk to Eliana, and she has sent you on a mission. She had arranged with the mayor. There's an old inn that is ruined and supposedly haunted. That is the Thirsty Alpaca. It collapsed about 2-3 years back, and everyone they left it alone because at night there is glowing lights and spooky howling and ghostly sounds coming from the ruins. So, and that started right from the beginning. So no one wanted to go anywhere near it. Ellie, having a less superstitious mindset, and having fixed up a broken down bar before,
Not new.
it's not a new process for her, but she's hiring a group to go investigate the Thirsty Alpaca and take care of the issues with it. You have agreed to go on this journey with her. She has introduced you to and assigned 2 others to join you on this. Rick, would you like to describe Kain for us?
Yeah, Kain is a tall, barrel-chested human, bald hair. He's middle-aged. He's got a full beard, hangs down well below his chin. Mostly dark, maybe a little white, starting to work its way into it.
Is this why you're growing a beard?
This is as far as it goes. I'm just going with the scruffy all the time look. Let's see here. He's he wears this. He does wear full plate armor. It's well worn. He's been through a lot. He also you'll see and hear when he walks. He has these chains that run from his forearms down to 2 pretty heavy lead weights that are hooked onto the sides of his armor. It also
Jacob
becomes
Marley.
his weapon, his meteor hammer when he attacks.
Is his middle name Marley by any chance?
That's where Jacob came from.
Is
It's
it
kind
really?
of-
Seriously?
Kind of across from Jacob Marley and Kratos.
Nice. I like it. He's quiet and a little I don't know. Yeah.
He's there to do it. He's there to do a job. He takes contracts extremely seriously. Since he was young, breaking a contract is something that is just not in him. So he is under contract to help out, and he is going to do that.
All right. And then along with Kain is would you like to describe Abed, Tom?
Yeah, Abed he's very tall, frail, gaunt. He is a wizard, wears nothing but black robes, Usually has the hood pulled up over Emperor Palpatine style. So you can kind of not really see his face. It's just kind of a silhouette. He's got shock white hair and bright glowing green eyes. And he has a raven with him wherever he goes.
No hourglass eyeballs or irises or pupils.
No.
Okay. good.
I figured if I
Making
went
sure.
I figured if I went like glowing yellow eyes with eyeglass pupils, that would be a little too spot on.
Yeah. Fair
Uh,
enough.
but no.
If you know, you know.
Yep. Super bright green eyes, like almost like they glow from his hood.
Ooh.
And he doesn't say a lot. He's not meek or mild. He's very contemplative. He's very
Pensive.
moody. And
No.
he will actually talk to his raven. Yeah, and people think
Does-
he's odd for that because
Does his raven have a name?
I'm struggling
Troy?
with the name for the
Troy.
raven.
Troy.
Swipe.
Costello?
Troy and Ovid all the time.
I really did. I really did think about doing Troy. I can't think of another good name, so we'll do Troy.
Troy.
Yep, Troy.
Excellent.
And just so you know, if we have anybody in the community that likes to do drawings, we would love to see people do drawings of our characters. That would I would, but I can't draw worth shit. Mine would be a stick figure with another stick figure on its shoulder.
Tom loves to do drawings.
Something fun I've discovered, Tom, is making your characters within Baldur's Gate 3. Because there are a lot of options there. And I did that with Ellie when I first got the thing. So when that game comes out and you drop the money on it, the character creator is worth it alone. Like to
Really?
create characters and take pictures of the characters. Yeah. There's so much versatility there. It's amazing. Anywho. So the three of you have been charged to go to the Thirsty Alpaca. The Thirsty Alpaca. I should have sent you the map of Otari. The Thirsty Alpaca is not on this one. Of course it
Yeah,
isn't.
minor.
It's in the middle of town. It's not far from the market. When would you guys choose to approach? Daytime? Nighttime? Benefits of nighttime is the ghosts might be around. Daytime, you have better vision of things. It's up to you. What would you like to do?
I need to know my adventures a little bit. Does anybody have a problem seeing in the evening time?
I am a
If you're asking if I, as a human, can see in the dark, no, I cannot.
Yep, and I am also a
You guys
human.
are-
That's
You
fine.
guys are sitting around a bar in Otari discussing this.
I am not half orc, given though, despite my size.
All right, so I happen to have an ever-burning torch, and I am going to gift this to, I don't know, I guess who would be probably... Do you have a shield, Kain?
No, I use two-handed weapon.
Okay, so probably I'd have to give this to Abed then.
Give it to the lean little wizard dude.
Yeah, sure.
So you guys are sitting at Crow's Cask.
You carry that without exceeding your maximum capacity there? Just
Barely.
Yeah, I struggle with the lightest of things.
What specifically are we contracted to do here? Would it matter? Are we supposed to exterminate ghosts, which means we have to go at night, or what are we? What's the deal?
Clear it out. Like she wants to. You're understanding that she has, if she can clear it out, she has a spot where she can build. She's going to build a new tavern. that would actually probably benefit the three of you fairly decently. A tavern center for adventures. When she describes it, those of you that are from Galarian, it sounds very familiar. It sounds a lot like the Pathfinder Society, and you kind of wonder if there may be any run-ins or complications with the Pathfinder Society, but you kind of keep that on the down low for now.
Well, if our contract says we're to clear it out, then I say we go at night because that's when the stuff we need to clear out is there.
We
Okay.
should probably go a little bit before sundown so we can get a good layout of the interior.
Right at dusk, and then Abed, make sure to add the ever-burning torch to your inventory.
Well, are you sure? Because the dog doesn't seem to want that.
So the dog in the tavern actually sits up and barks as the door opens up and this dwarf comes waltzing in. Sits down, orders a drink at the bar.
All right. I'm gonna ask the dwarf what he's up to.
Having a beer. His eyes are kind of wide.
Okay, what's your name, adventurer?
Jim.
Oh, Jim sounds like a well-prepared name. Jim, how you doing?
Good.
Oh,
Can I help you with anything?
I don't think so. Just making sure we know everyone that's coming in. We've got a
Abed
big
leans over.
adventure.
Abed's going to lean over to Kain and say, he's quite the conversationalist.
Well, I mean, we have no need for a quiet individual unless he's going to help us today. So,
I'm here to drink a beer. Or
well,
5. Maybe 10. He's really confused right now.
10 beers. That sounds great. All right. Well, I don't think I have anything else to cover with the group.
All right.
Yeah. Abed would be just surveying the room. I'm going to just very
9
skittish.
o'clock on a Saturday. It's the regular crowd.
They are shuffling in.
Yep.
An old man sitting next to me. Oh, wait.
Yeah. He's got long white hair and a spooky grin.
Drinking several Boilermakers. Oh, wait, different.
Ugh.
So, you guys end up moving on out at dusk towards the Thirsty Alpaca. As you approach, there is, you see, in the ruins, the top floor is like completely collapsed in. The roof is down. There's a lot of rubble, but in amongst that rubble is these glowing, like they pulse in and out blue lights in areas. Make a nature check. Recall knowledge, nature. It's recall knowledge, right?
No, there's actually nature.
Oh, is there actually a nature? Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
there's
cool.
nature.
Yep, nature
Yep.
check.
I have a 0. This is going to be great.
5.
11.
4.
4.
And I have a good bonus. So,
You guys think these might be the ghosts
perfect.
that everyone talks about? At the same time, there's a howling
Okay.
yeah. It's familiar, but not. A little creepy. the lights fading in and out seem to, as the howling starts, the lights get brighter, and then they'll fade. And when the howling isn't going, they just kind of pulse in and out of various areas.
All this light is happening inside the house, and we're still outside.
Yeah, inside this tavern, this old ruins of the tavern, the below things and above things and in and out. Oh, I get chills with that music, Tom. Just thinking about that.
This place doesn't look too structurally sound. The roof caved in, and
Honestly, a lot of it, in parts, it looks like the roof is now the floor. Like there are large sections of the roof that came down and landed, but there are like beams sticking out, stuff, and walls leaning against those beams. And
why don't they just burn the place down? Start over.
The structural integrity isn't our problem, boys. Let's go forward. Let's take care of business.
You walk in there with it, and the structural integrity very well could become your problem.
I like adventuring with goblins better. They ain't scared of nothing.
There's nothing to do with being scared. Not getting squished.
You come to the edge, literally the steps up to the foundation, the rock foundation of this ruins. The lights, you don't see any source from the lights as you approach. It's just light that fades in and out.
The door locked, unlocked?
There's no door.
Right.
Like, it's locked, but it's laying on the ground off its hinges. Part of the frame is with it. The other part of the frame's sticking up.
Makes sense.
Is anybody with us, or just three of us?
Just the three of you. There's a couple of drunk dudes across the street from near the market that have been watching you since you've approached. And you see them actually, if you're paying attention to them, you see them shake hands.
All right.
Wager made.
Yeah. They're
$1.
They're betting on the woman for sure.
So what would you like to do? Ahead of you, just beyond the door frame, is a collapsed section of the roof. The clay tiles, some of them smashed, some of them still overlaid. There's a large section of it, like 5 feet or so, that is still solid.
Lady
Somehow
Sill. Lady Sill's gonna stare at Kain, like, impatiently. Like, obviously you're going first.
Kane's going to grab the door frame and give it a good jostle just to see how sturdy it is.
The door frame stays. That section of the door frame is solid. Like it's cemented to the foundation there. It looks like it might have been in the foundation a bit. And if you look over on the other side where it's snapped off, it's about 2 feet up. It's just splintered where the door fell over to the right-hand side of things.
All right. We'll move into the room or building.
Okay. And you step onto it, and you're tentative because you're nervous about the structural integrity of it. But it holds you. It holds you, and there is a where this sits kind of flat. It goes in flat for about maybe 20 feet, and then it's like the structural integrity of the back side of it held a little bit better. And there is part of the roof leaning up there, and you can see a wall from the interior that's kind of holding a section up, making a little alcove within these ruins. Other than that, to your left, you see another, what would have been a back room. Actually, it looks like it might have been a stage area that things have collapsed in, but the exterior walls are still standing there. You can see the ruins of a window that's been shattered out. And on the right-hand side where that wall is, where that little structural area is held, there is a door there that is closed that you could go around and possibly open.
Yep. He'll make his way towards the door and keep going further into the building.
Lady
Moving slowly.
Silgo
He's
second.
not going fast.
Okay. What did you say, Ryan?
Lady Sill's just gonna go in second.
Okay. Are you following them in, Abed?
Yeah. Is the ever burning torch something that actually is it magical fire that burns things? Like, is it like an actual fire, or is it like, can I put my hand?
You can put your hand in. It's magical fire. It's cold. It doesn't burn. It doesn't damage anything. It's just light.
Okay, then I am going to.
You can stuff it in your backpack if you want, and it's not going to burn your backpack up.
That's literally what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna shove it in my. Yeah.
Okay.
And then no change from previous. I'll be using detect magic a lot. So
Okay. You get a sense of there is something magical in that room upstairs. Or not upstairs, but that structural room that you have the door available to you. There's something magical coming from in there.
okay. Well, Lady Still's not gonna say that, but she's gonna be giddy to enter that room.
Okay.
So kind of hustling Kain along.
Here's a question for you, Mr. DM.
Yes.
I can also detect magic. So if Kooch does that, if the lady does that, do I see it too?
If you are detecting magic, exploration. I meant to look through this, and walk through it before we started. There are things you can do as you explore, actions you can take as you're exploring. Exploration mode. You can try and avoid notice. You can defend. You can detect magic. You can follow the expert. Hustle, investigate, repeat a spell, scout, or search as you are exploring. So, Lady Sill is detecting magic. You cast Detect Magic at regular intervals and move at half your travel speed or slower. You have no chance of accidentally overlooking a magical aura and travel at a speed of up to 300 feet per minute, but no more than 150. But must be traveling no more than 150 feet per minute to detect magical auras before the party moves into them.
So no
Makes
running
sense.
through the house.
Basically, no running.
Kain would turn around to Lady Sill and be like, what is that inconsistent muttering you're making?
Just making sure you don't die, sweetie.
I'm familiar with some of your arcane arts. You're casting. What are you doing?
I'm detecting magic. That's the most important thing we can do in here. Just make sure we're aware of what's going on around us at all times.
Hey, I'm fine with that. Just good to know.
What exploration action are you taking, Kain?
Kain would be
Searching?
he'd be watching for traps or uneven ground. He's looking mainly at the ground and the ceiling with the condition of the building.
So that's searching. You meticulously seek for hidden doors, concealed hazards, and so on. You can usually make an educated guess as to which locations are best to check and move at half speed. But if you want to be thorough and guarantee you check everything, you need to travel at a speed of no more than 300 feet per minute. Same thing. Moving at the same pace as the detect magic folks.
We're basically all going 15.
Yeah, half
Speed,
speed and just taking it carefully. Make a an educated guess. Speed, sure. Searching cover. Search maximum speed. Go ahead and make seek to see if you notice something.
Make what?
A seek check.
I don't have seek.
You don't have seek. It isn't in your character sheet to seek.
I do not have seek either.
Hold on here. Might be let me look in exploration here. There's seek. Scout.
I bet
search,
it's an action.
sweet. No.
Oh, seeking may be actually using it. It's
It's
called
an
seek,
action.
but
You seek
an action.
meticulously for hidden doors, concealed. Okay.
Yep. Let's go ahead and seek.
Attempt of seek.
Perception check.
I'm looking to see how I do that.
It's a perception check.
Is it? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Make a
Okay,
perception check.
Got it. Perception 14.
14. As you're walking along, there's a couple of things. You see a tuft of fur on the ground. Looks like it got caught on a splintered chunk of wood. You also see that someone has rigged together, like it looks like a false floor in front of this door that may let loose in about a 2-foot span and fall through.
He just takes one of his meteor hammer ends and smashes the floor with it.
You just kind of, you don't have to smash even, you just kind of throw it out there and it lets loose the weight of the meteor and those boards crumble through, and you can actually see below the little bit of remaining light shines on what looks to be a basement or something of this building. You don't see anything moving down there at all, though.
As the floor crumbles, he kind of takes a look back at Lady Syl with a glance like, told you.
Lady Syl's it seems preoccupied. She's looking at the door hungrily.
Mm-hmm.
The door beyond this hole?
Yeah, the door beyond the hole. The hole's only about 2 feet wide. So, like, you could literally step over it if you needed to.
So he'll do that. He'll step over the hole and push on
You
the
don't
door.
want what's in that hole. You want what's behind this door.
When you go to turn the doorknob, it is locked. You're straddling the hole. You got one hand to try and turn the doorknob. It is locked.
Ain't big gun. Anybody got a solution for a locked door besides just smashing it down?
If only we had a rogue with us.
Might be something to request for your next mission from Ileana.
I'll just smash it down if we don't have some other way of dealing with it.
Yeah, I think that's the play here. We gotta bust it in.
Okay, I'll try to bust the door down. Given the rest of this building, it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, just make an attack roll. Don't roll a 1.
19.
19, yes, very clearly. You hit right where the knob and locking mechanism for the door is, and it just shatters inward and splinters out. At that moment, there's a breeze and a hut, and that ghostly howling starts up again. You see some blue light shine from beyond the door, and also some down in the hole that you just created in the floor. And behind you guys, some shows up. There doesn't seem to be a source to it at all. It just strobes gently around. The more and more you see it, the more you're comfortable with it. It does not seem to be a threatening thing, these lights.
Abed, any thoughts on the magical lights around us?
If you are detecting magic, Abed, you also pick up on the same magic coming from this room.
The second I saw anything of the sort, I would have detected magic. I don't have anything. So it's just lights floating around?
Yeah, they just kind of strobe in and out. Lady Syl, actually, this looks kind of familiar to you. They remind you a bit of will-o-wisps.
Yeah, sure.
They seem harmless, but
I
cannot
say
tell.
We don't need to focus on what's behind us. We need to focus on what's behind this door. Let's get in there.
Why the urgency, lady? Hey, lady.
You think you understand. Are you just trying to get her to say it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm detecting some powerful magics behind this door. That's what we really need while we're in here. Could turn the tides.
Do not
Move
become
into the
too.
room, or at least slowly move into the room.
Do not be too
Slowly
eager with what you cannot see.
You slowly move into the room. Make a perception check as you walk into the room.
13.
19.
18.
Excellent. The wind picks up a little bit, and you guys are instantly drawn to. You didn't see it from the side because there's like this makeshift tunnel that seems to. And when I say tunnel, it's more like a pipe. It's probably about 2 by 2 that pushes. It's directed so that the wind coming off the coast actually blows through this pipe. And looking inside it, there are several bottles set in there. And when the wind picks up, there's a howling. And you kind of look at each other and shrug and go, that's kind of a simple trick. You've figured out that the sounds are coming from the wind over the top of the bottles. And almost to confirm it, the wind picks up again and that ghostly howling starts again. Joining it, though, this
more than a
time,
bunch of kids playing tricks on us.
joining it, though, this time is a howl of some sort of canine. Not a threatening howl, but just kind of a if you've ever heard a like half howl from a dog or a wolf, like a oh from below, from that hole by the door. Nazi, sit up.
I heard a dog collar in the other room. Somebody moved.
So, the detect magic that you two are pinging on, there's a box in the along the one side of the wall where the roof had kind of collapsed and is sitting there. Looks like it's locked, but that's
Yeah, I'm
the
just
key that's
gonna-
coming.
I'm gonna put my hand on Kane's shoulder and just like stop that noise from happening. I'm gonna go check out this box over here.
Fine. Go smash some bottles.
Just whip your meteorite down that pipe. There's like this echo of glass just suddenly rings through the night, and you actually in the distance hear the laughter of the two guys singing, sitting across watching the ruins.
Sounds about right.
Looking at the box, it's a small box. It's maybe a foot wide by maybe 6 inches deep. It's kind of ornate. Like it looks out of place sitting in a ruins. Like it's got a nice lock there on it. Pretty sturdy box.
So here's a question for you, John. How do you I don't remember how do you check for traps and disarm locks in this? Is that thievery?
Thievery, yeah. Magical traps will be detected with detect magic. Normal traps will be a thievery check to look for them or an investigation check to look for them.
Well, I'm gonna detect magic on it.
So-
If I don't detect a trap, I'm gonna pick it up.
There is magic inside it. Like you've pinpointed it. It's something small, maybe baseball or smaller, probably.
All right. I'm gonna pick it up and look at the lock. Is there any way? Is it simple to pick? Is it even locked?
When you pick it up, the lock actually swivels open, like someone forgot to
Ooh.
lock it.
Awesome. And what is inside of it?
You pull it off and you flip it back, and there's a stone inside that occasionally will pulse blue.
Have I seen something like this before?
Do you have dancing lights on your spell list?
I don't have dancing lights on my spell list.
Does Abed?
I thought about
Go
it.
ahead and make a recall knowledge. Oh, it's something a wizard has
Arcane.
access to. Yeah, recall knowledge, arcane. This won't be hard because you're both magic users.
Is that an Arcana check?
24.
Oh, that a kid. 19.
19. Yeah, you both realize it at the same time as you pull this stone out of the box. Someone has infused this stone with a reoccurring cantrip of dancing lights.
Nice.
And as you hold it, it is what is, you notice it pulses, but it pulses like in a order, like these lights that you are seeing, this blue light coming from nowhere, pulses in actually, as you watch it, in a very specific order, and the stone is the first place it pulses.
Intriguing. It has value, but I don't think Lady Syl was hoping that that's what it was. So I think I'll be giving that to Abed with a curse.
With a curse.
Filibusters. Goddamn.
Yeah,
So
I
far we found 2 parlor tricks basically to make this place look like it's haunted.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's trying to keep people out.
Make a perception check.
19 again.
22.
24 again.
Ooh, you guys hear voices from below. Hushed, high-pitched voices and a growling.
Yeah. This is not so mystical of a problem. This is somebody just trying to hide out and keep people away.
Just like your mother's milkman, let's get in that hole.
Good lord.
Are you dropping down the hole?
Don't you talk about my mother that way.
Who's going down the hole first?
I will.
I mean,
I'm gonna
Okay,
hold
I'll
up my
drop like a
hand.
rock.
I'm gonna hold up my hand and say, "Hold 1 second," and I'm gonna turn to Troy, and I'm gonna just mumble something to him. And I have with the Raven, I have Share Sense. Once every 10 minutes, you can use a single action with the Concentrate trait to project your senses into your familiar. When you do, you lose all sensory information from your own body, but you can sense through your familiar's body for up to 1 minute.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna send him into the hole and do that.
Okay. He goes down into the hole. And
Abed in the hole.
Troy goes down the hole. The first thing you see through his eyes as he flies around is a wooden table. And you kind of fly in a circle. There is debris, firewood, skulls. There's some sort of sink with you think it's water? Kind of dirty if it's water. And as you fly a loop around the room, just before you come back out of the hole, you look down and there's like teeth, and you guys see Troy come up out of the hole and something tried to bite him. You saw a glimpse of go past the hole.
Like literally as it's coming out the hole, like it's attached to the ceiling down there.
It's not attached to the ceiling. No, you saw the face of something canine.
Okay.
jump at him and just come into the light and snap at him. Actually, I will just give you. There's a wolf down there. You saw this wolf try and bite at. Yeah, especially because you were down there with Troy.
We heard people talking too, so
Yes.
you didn't see any humanoids in his circle?
No, he did not.
The raven will fly and perch back on my shoulder, and I will give it a pet.
Oh,
Is that what a raven sounds like?
Holy shit.
That's what your raven sounds like.
My raven
Is it
sounds
a
like the mix
mechanical
between like a
raven?
cat and a.
Have you never heard a bird purr? They will do that sometimes.
It's like the mechanical owl from that Jason and the Argonauts movie.
how far of a drop is it?
10 feet.
All right, I'm gonna go take care of the wolf.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Looking at it, when you drop down there, you think if you grabbed the lip of the hole, you see something that you could land that's only like 5 or 6 feet down there. Like a tail
No.
or something. No? Okay.
I'm not Dexy. I'm going to drop down like a rock.
Okay.
Just crash into the ground.
Okay, make a deck save.
Try to land on my feet.
Make a deck save to land on your feet.
Reflex? Sure.
Yeah, reflex save. Sorry, my bad. It won't be hard. It's only 10 feet.
22.
Oh, yeah. I'm not Dexy, he says, and then rolls a 22 on a reflex save to land on his feet. You land on your feet, no problem.
That was a 19 on the die.
I would like for him to roll another reflex save as Lady Syl immediately jumps down, intending for him to catch her.
Make a reflex save.
11.
Yeah, you kind of try and get out of the way. Lady, still make a reflex save for yourself as well, just to kind of drop in a easy way to be caught.
12.
Yes, yes. You step away from the hole a little bit, Kain, and notice Lady Soul's coming down like butt first, and you're like, "Oh shit!" You kind of throw your arms out there, and you don't get her to land on her feet, but you prevent her from taking any fall damage as she lands butt first on the floor.
You better not be
Where's
taking
the
any
wolf?
You better not take any liberties now, boy.
At this moment, I need you guys to roll initiative because Lady Soul went right after it, and I'm trying to remove the fog of war that I put on this map. Fog. Select. There it is. Delete. Haha.
19.
Initiative is perception, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Initiative is perception. Let's see.
17.
19 for Lady Still. 17 you said for Jacob? For Kain?
Yep.
Sorry. Abed?
Elurvin.
Elurvin? Let's see. Give me some dice. Let me get the wolf here. Wolf.
We have to have our icons. Where's their icons here?
Yeah, go ahead and throw them on there near the table.
Yeah.
Like the right-hand side of the table there. You're like really actually kind of close to the wolf. What is the wolf?
Be back in the room.
Admit. Wolf.
I had to sign in to get the little icons to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the wolf is
Characters. Okay.
16. And then they are interesting.
All right, now I gotta gotta find characters here. Characters.
Yeah. Characters. You are still technically
Yeah, I'm not
above.
there yet, but I'm gonna pull myself off to the side.
Yeah, if you want to throw yourself in the crosshatch lines, you can do that to represent that you're up above. That would work too. You guys are actually a little closer. You're over here because that table was close to where Jacob was.
Makes sense.
Right. So the Lady Frost, you are first. Lady Sill, Lady Frost. This wolf
All
is
right.
growling at you guys and barking. You see behind the wolf is a bunch of barrels that are stacked about 5 feet high. To the right of them is a bunch of debris and stuff piled together. There's some stones piled up near a staircase that seems to be covered above it. There's a drain in the floor behind you with some rocks in that southwest corner. A fountain / sink on the left-hand wall there. There are some bones of old animals in the northwest corner. And then there's a fire pit that seems to have some sort of makeshift exhaust thing above it with firewood stacked up against the wall. That's what you can see.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start it off by obviously that dog wolf thing looks dangerous. I'm gonna divine lance at it. 25 to hit.
Oh, absolutely, that hits.
All right, and then it takes 4 damage.
4 damage. Excellent.
And then, let's see. Kain is in front of me, between me and the dog, so that's cool. And then Kain doesn't see where it comes from, but also there is like a little ball of like a cold attack that comes through. 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Yep. And is wide of the werewolf.
Is that a like that's a spell, like a frost thing? As it hits, it'll do some damage to the barrels.
It is an attack that it is ranged attack. I'll have to kind of look it up, but basically it comes from my tail.
Heritage. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. The little blast hits one of those barrels, and you hear something squeal from behind it. Does that finish your turn?
Yep, my turn's done then.
Okay, Kain, we move to you.
All right. What's the distance between me and the wolf?
Whatever it is.
I gotta measure.
The map should be right. 15 feet.
Okay, fair enough. I don't have a grid on this map.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to make that pop up again.
What's the way to do it?
Here, scene controls. Grid type. Line.
It's there now. You can barely see it.
Black
There we go. Cool. We'll put the wolf there.
Yep, put the wolf there and then put you there. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to try my intimidating glare on the wolf.
All right. Which is, he gets a save on that.
Yep, against will save.
Will save.
22.
17, he fails.
Fails. So he would be... That's a regular fail, so he's frightened 1.
frightened 1.
The status
Frightened?
penalty equal to value of all your DCs, your checks and DCs.
You're gripped by fear, struggle to control your nerves. The frightened condition always includes a value. You take status penalty equal to this on all your checks and DCs, unless specified otherwise. At the end of each of your turns, the value of your frightened decreases by 1. Okay, cool. At the end
Frightened
of his
for this turn. So that was move, that was action, or move, and first action. Next action, he is going to attack with his meteor hammer at range. This is a reach weapon. 26 to hit.
Oh, hang on, because with your frightened, I think that is. Oh yeah, that's. Oh, it automatically adjusts his AC. So cool. Yeah, that's a critical success.
Boom.
Got him.
1d8. Let's do 12 bludgeoning damage.
12 bludgeoning.
Brings the chain and hammer down.
How does it die?
He just brings both chains over his head, and those lead weights hit that wolf square in the flat of his head, and down to the ground he goes.
Like me smashing toads when I was a kid with a hammer.
Ew.
Yeah, I was a twisted individual as a child.
Apparently.
I did it once and I felt awful, so I never did it again. But yes, smashing the skull in of this wolf. There's a as it expires and lays there, kind of
Nice.
well, lifeless. And that brings us to this dude. From around the corner of the barrels steps a kobold. And he's got a chain around his neck, and he's wearing a bit of an eggshell. He takes out a spear. No, he's got a sling, and he's like winding up with the sling, and he releases it to try and hit Lady Syl, because she's the one that hit the barrel in front of him. Does a 14 hit you?
Ah, it just misses.
Just ping, ping, ping. As the thing
Easy for you to say.
as it pings off the wall behind you. Let's see, he stepped out there. He is actually going to then take his other action. He wants to. He's gonna run up with a spear.
I get an AO as he moves through.
Moves through. Where do I stop? At your range?
As he moves through that square, yeah, because I threatened that.
Okay.
Your hammer back. 18 to hit.
Yes, 18 does hit him.
12 damage.
12 damage?
Wow.
How does he die?
Douche.
As he tries to get in range of you.
Oh, Kain still got both hands down from crushing the wolf, and then he just swings him sideways and baseballs the guy out of there as he tries to move through.
He goes sailing, like he literally goes, whap, and slumps against this wall. Oh,
Ghetto crit. Rolled an 8 on a D8 plus 4.
nice. And he's gone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to use another action to move here as this guy comes out from there. And he's going to... he has a spear. He's going to try and spear you in the back. Does a 19 hit you?
That is my AC, yes.
All right. It does some damage to you. Spear 1d6. Plus, what is it? Spear 1d6 plus 1. 4 piercing damage. As he pokes you in the back. This guy's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hey.
He's moving, double moving, and he's got a spear as well. They also have sneak attack, and now that you're flat-footed, he is going to try and poke you with his spear.
It's flat foot.
-2 to your AC.
Yeah, I'm adjusting for it.
Yep. So it is a 18.
That would hit. Because of the
He
adjustment.
needed the flat-footed to do that.
Did.
So his sneak attack gets an extra D4 on top of the damage. So damage is a D6 plus 1 and a D4. So this plus 1. 9 points of piercing damage as he ghetto crit. Not ghetto crit. He didn't ghetto crit. It would have been more. It would have been 11 if he had ghetto crit.
Okay.
And that is their turn. It is Abed now.
All right. Well, I'm glad I stayed up a level. I'm going to take an action to go prone, so I can see in the hole and see where everybody's at.
Absolutely. You can you lay down with your head in the hole. Hi guys.
Later, nerds. And that is literally what I'm going to do. I'm going to use telekinetic projectile.
Okay. So
It
you're
is.
above Lady Sill, basically, is where you are.
Yep. And I'm going to shoot at the one trying to poke Rick in the butt.
Okay.
What are you gonna projectile? This is the coolest part of the spell, by the way.
Yeah.
You hurl a loose, unattended object that is within range and that has 1 bulk or less at the target. You make a spell attack roll. If you hit, you deal bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. So I
suggest one of these folding chairs.
I was gonna say, is that one? I was just gonna say, I'm gonna go with it. I don't know if a folding chair is 1 bulk or not. I'd have to look at the bulk rolls.
Yeah. I'm going to WWE him with the chair.
So you grab this chair that's right here on the corner and throw it at him. I think a chair is a bit more than 1 bulk, but this is fun.
23 to hit.
23 hits him.
Equal to 1d something. 6 damages.
6 damages. That's that guy.
And so that would be bludgeoning damage.
Yep. He does not look very good at all.
Yeah, I figured I really wanted this spell because it's just a lot of fun.
In Pathfinder 1e, there was a guy that I heard about that had made a kineticist that he was a chef, and he had an apron with silverware in it. He had knives for slashing, forks for piercing, and spoons for blunt damage. And he'd just take them out and telekinetic toss silverware at his enemies.
Sounds awesome.
That's amazing.
All right, that moves us back to Lady Sill. Unless you got more, is that everything you had?
That's 3. Yeah,
You
that was a 2-action
lay down.
cantrip.
Okay, cool. Lady Sill.
Yikes. All right. Lady Sill is going to move up into this spot here, within touch range, and I am going to harm this creature.
Okay.
And 19.
19 absolutely hits.
And 4 damage.
4 damage. How does this one die with your harm?
It basically it channels negative energy into the creature. So I think the creature just loses the will to live entirely and just straight up dies right in front of us.
He goes from looking very excited to be fighting and defending his home to just his facial expression just kind of goes slack, and his shoulders slump. And as all this happens, like from the inside, his skin just starts hanging loosely on his face,
Ew,
and then
gross.
just literally starts. Literally, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, just
You will
starts
not see.
melting away, falling to the floor in a lump, almost like Obi-Wan Kenobi. All the movie references.
All right, and then again, you don't really see where it came from, but there's a shot of cold that goes through, and
Can you
21 to
redirect that
hit.
that
21
can be
to hit on the
redirect-
other guy.
Okay, yeah. That's a redirectable to anybody? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't have to be on your
it's
target.
yeah, it is a separate. So when I'm casting spells, that's different from an attack roll, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it I don't know, are spells marked as attack
Yes,
or
but
attack
they
action?
don't have a penalty to them.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, so then 1 cold damage to the
One
creature.
cold damage to the last one. All right.
And then that is my turn.
All right, Jacob, we are back to you. The human wrecking ball.
So Jacob's got his hand over his wound from the spear, and he gives this kobold in front of him a glare. Not a good one. 11
11 against his will.
against his, will.
6. Successful. So he is frightened.
He is frightened 1. And then he brings the hammer down. 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
11 damage.
How does this one die?
Squish.
He's squish. It's just like grape.
It's like great. He just brings the flail up from underneath and gives him more of a kind of a uppercut under the jaw with it.
Little chin
Snaps his
music.
head back.
Again, that's literally what happens. The neck snaps as he goes back, and he kind of falls over backwards. And that takes us out of initiative. As the 3 kobolds and their pet wolf are no more. Abed, if you would like to climb down into the ruins at this point, you can. Put you
Yeah,
on
I
the
would
map.
like to gently lower myself. I am not very dexy, and I am also not very strong.
Okay.
So I will
So you
do my
so
best.
make a strength save. It's strength, right?
I would actually call over to Kain and say, "Hey,
Oh no, it's all
sir,
reflex.
may you please
Yeah.
help me get down?"
Oh, there you go.
I will go aid.
Okay. So make a reflex save. Climb down. You get a make an aid check, a reflex save as well.
Can
King.
attempt a skill check or a tackle of a type decided by the GM.
19.
So it's a reflex save as well.
Reflex. Okay. 6.
6.
That wasn't much
Not-
help.
It's not a critical failure. It almost was because it was 15. But you don't get any bonus for the help. In fact, it literally isn't much help at all. But you lower yourself down in the hole, like dangling your legs, waiting for him to like catch your legs or hold you or something, and then your grip finally loosens and you land on your feet on the floor. He really didn't help you much at all.
To my credit, I'm nursing a puncture wound right now, so.
He's got one hand that like he is holding his side. I'll leave that to you how you guys want to interact with each other now.
Look around. I wanna see if there's anything in this particular room, and I'll be pinging see if there's anything magical here.
I would also detect magic.
nothing pings back magical, but as you go behind the barrels, there are 3 like beds made up, and there's a chest back there. There's no lock on the chest or anything like that.
I'm gonna direct Kain to open the chest, considering there's nothing particularly.
Your arm's broken or what?
Oh, sweetheart, yeah, can't you do me this one favor, this just one time?
She says to the bleeding man.
Abed will go over to the chest and he's going to check for traps.
Make an investigation.
Is that
Investigation? Perception?
thievery?
Yeah, thievery. Check for traps. I'll get used to that fact that that's a thievery check.
18.
18, yeah, it doesn't seem to be trapped. Doesn't seem to be
You
trapped.
said it wasn't locked?
It's not locked either. There's a simple latch on it. You can see a place where a lock is supposed to go. But apparently
opened
they
it
only
up.
have one lock and they forgot how to use it upstairs.
I would open it up then.
Flipping it open, you see several coins piled in, and a couple of like metal ingots sitting in there, and then a necklace with actually there's like 3 or 4 of them in there on a chain, and it's a little bit of a eggshell laced with green veininess on it. Lady Sylvie's looked familiar. These necklaces look familiar to you. And these kobolds may have been related to the other kobolds. There is a letter in there that says it's scrawled in. Actually, do any of you speak Draconic?
No.
Nope.
No. Or have any way to read something that you don't? It's written in Draconic. You can see that much, but you don't know what it says. But it's scrawled in short. Like, if it said anything, it's probably, "We are here. We are safe," or something. I don't know. It's like 5 or 6 words.
We'll grab it and we'll bring it to the inn to be translated.
Okay.
Also, side note, it's 9:45.
More.
Okay.
I am on top of this time, and it's timing out almost perfectly.
Perfect.
In the chest, there is 100 silver, 30 gold, the 4 eggshell necklaces, and the 2 chunks of metal in there. When you bring them back, Eliana, she knows what they are right away. If you guys completed a successful nature check, you'd realize they're cold iron ingots. Which may be useful in crafting something or upgrading something.
Or bludgeoning.
Or just tossing around kinetically.
Awesome.
Not what I thought you were going to use them for, but that would work as well.
How many cold iron ingots did you say?
What?
How many cold iron
Two.
ingots?
Two of them.
Dos ingots, por favor. Gracias.
Report that it is clear. Ellie may go in and take care of it. She thanks you very much. She says, by all means, keep everything you found. Here's another 50 gold to split amongst you guys. And I will be in contact once we get this up and running to have you all run some adventures for me. Sound like
Awesome.
a plan?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I am in.
I'm always looking for more work.
All right.
Side note, John, would there have been anything found if we would have searched because I was thinking of searching the characters, the guys that died.
Yeah, what you would have found on them would have been minimal. There is a spear, a sling. There's ammunition. Like, you probably find 15 or so pieces of ammunition, like sling ammunition.
Yep.
If you wanted to rate that per guy. So if you put like 50 or so pieces of sling ammunition into your inventory,
I would
you
take
could
that
use
and
those.
I would take that and not the slings.
Yeah. So there's 3 slings, 3 spears, and then all that ammunition. So
That's all I would take then.
Awesome.
okie dokie. Cool. And that will do it. And we will. Well, Tom's out next week, so we can discuss that once we're out of here, though. Tom, take us out of here.
All right, we are Two Nerds on Quest. We are here Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thanks to the new watcher who is with us today. The Watchers.
Good comments. Good comments in chat today. So
Yep,
A lot of
yep.
fun.
Great chat conversations. Get us
Jason,
wherever you
you
get
wanna-
podcasts from. Those drop during the week. Wow, Thursdays usually. Wednesdays, Thursdays. Patreon.com/Two Nerds on Quest. Bit.ly/Our Fun Discord if you want to pop in the Discord. We put all of our descriptions in a channel, so you can read our backstories and stuff there. Let other people know about the show. Promote us. Give us ratings and reviews. With that being said, for me, for Rick, for Kooch, for DMJC, and the Missing Genius. Peace out, bitches.